All right. Welcome to the Strong Side Podcast. My name is Mitchell Black, and I'm your host. And today we have episode 14 of the Strong Side Podcast. Today is an amazing episode where we're going to sit down with Strong Side team member Izzy. Izzy has started an awesome Instagram page called Fitness with Iz. We're going to hear about her backstory. We're going to hear about what she's got going on right now, where she's at, her plan for the future, and what she's doing to just try to create positivity and a good outlook. And fitness is a mission in her life and bringing up everybody else around her. I hope you're excited. I'm excited. Let's rock and roll. So number one, let's meet Mrs. Izzy. First off, Izzy, how do you say your last name?
Roby.
Why? I want to say like Roberio.
I know, like, growing up, like, when my teachers would take attendance, they would always be like, Izzy Robbie or Isabella Robbie. Like, they always mispronounced it.
Do you go by Izzy, or your mom's the only one that I know that calls you Isabella?
I mean, for the most part, I go by Izzy, but some of my friends, it just kind of, they're just like Isabella, because that's what I grew up as until 6th grade, I'd say. I started going by Izzy.
Oh, it's cool. It's cool. All right. So yeah, man. So I'm really excited to have you on today. You've done some really great stuff. How old are you?
I'm 17 years old.
17 and dominating life. Like at 17, I was just a waste of space, and you're doing so many great things. So we're going to get into, let's just highlight it real quick before we even go down the rabbit hole. We'll talk about the backstory. So you've started doing this Instagram page and this whole setup called Fitness with Iz.
Mm-hmm.
And what is that?
So Fitness with Iz is just kind of like a social media brand that I started this year over the summer to just kind of get my name out there, because all my friends and just the community around me is always looking at me like, oh my gosh, like, you've completely transformed your life. How'd you do it? Like, you're so positive. You do this, you do that. And I was like, I finally just kind of got to the point where I was like, okay, I need to do something with this. Like, I need to get it out there. I need to share it. I need to inspire people. And so basically, I was visiting family in June, I think it was June or July. And they were like, you should totally make like a fitness Instagram. And I was like, okay, like, you're right. And when someone tells me to do something, I just do it. And I was like, as soon as they said it, I was like, okay, I'm going to make it right now.
That's legit.
Yeah, I just logged on to Instagram.com and I was like, I thought for a second and we thought of some names and I was like, Fitness with Iz. So I created the Instagram. I told all my friends about it and then I kind of shared it and now we're here.
And you got, I mean, a pretty impressive amount of followers in a short amount of time. You're at what, 16, 1700?
I'm at 2,000.
Oh, snap. Yeah, high five on that. 2,000. And you said you got, you're very motivating on there. And you said people are DMing you from all over the country.
Yes.
And you told me about somebody in UK just sharing stories with you. Because of your page, I've gotten motivated to do blank. Yeah. I've gotten, like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's so cool, like, connecting with girls from all over the world and just, like, different companies even, too, in the UK wanting to send me stuff. And it's, like, it's just so awesome to meet new people on this base because, like, one of my friends, I met her on it, and hopefully we can meet soon. But we FaceTime most of the time, and just getting to know more about each other. It feels like I've known her for so long, but I literally just met her through social media on this account.
That's kind of cool. Now, so to back up, to get you that story, to be able to start Fitness with Iz. So I've only known you since March. We're in December now. And you started working out at the gym. Now you work at our front desk, which is super cool. So you get to see this smiling face every time you come in. And you've done great here. But you were even one of our Transformation Tuesdays. At 17, like I said, you're dominating everything. We're just specifically talking about what got you on that Transformation Tuesday picture. You've lost 30 or 35 pounds?
And it's now 55.
Whoa, dude, I'm so far off today. 55 pounds.
Yeah.
That's like a 7-year-old. That's crazy. Yeah. So what happened? Like, where was the like, I got to pull some stuff together?
Okay, so it was freshman year. I kind of started to steer away from cheerleading because I had done it for about 7 years. I did competitive cheerleading, and then I also did it for my school. And so after quitting cheer, it was a couple months after I just didn't do anything. And then I was on Instagram one day and I saw just like videos of girls working out at the gym and all and just doing fitness, and I was like, okay, I need to get moving. And so growing up, like I never saw myself as overweight or anything. I was never unhappy, but when I quit cheer, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to dive into fitness. And so I started going to the gym, experimenting with cardio, didn't really touch any weights because I didn't know much of what to do. So I would just go and just do some cardio. And then I saw this girl lifting. I'm pretty sure she was just doing like shoulder press one day. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go over there and try it. And so I just went and shoulder press. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to try machines. So then I just started experimenting with machines and kind of just basically informing myself on everything at the gym and how like movements worked. And I watched tons of YouTube videos after that. YouTube was my main source of just knowledge when it came to fitness and the whole just learning about different kinds of workouts. And I just kind of went from there and learned more about movements and
So that got you going. When you did that, were you at the pinnacle of your weight gain there? Or like when did you reach that weight where you had started losing weight to get down to what you're at now?
Yeah, I was pretty much my heaviest when I started.
And then, so you started, I love how you said that, experimenting with cardio. I think we all experiment with cardio. And then you started getting into weights. And then was it like week 1 you lost a pound, or did you hit a plateau, or what happened?
I honestly didn't weigh myself until about like a month after, I think, because I've never been one to obsess over the scale, but I know when I first started, I weighed myself, and then I made sure to just kind of monitor that because I honestly didn't. My goal when I started working out, I didn't have the mindset of, oh, I'm going to lose X amount of pounds. Like, that was never my mindset of it. And then as I just kind of got going, I kind of got obsessed with it and like changing my life. And I loved just the results I was seeing. And I was like, okay, like I'm going to keep on going.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to think that it's 55 pounds.
When was the first bit? So if you're not, because I get that. Yeah. We try to tell everybody here, go by how your clothes fit. I mean, you might have like a weight goal, but I promise you, if you can squat double body weight and run a 6-minute mile, you will not worry about whatever number the scale spits out, right?
100%.
So, but along the way, you're going to notice things like, oh, look, there's abs, or there's my biceps. When was how long into it before you started noticing that? And do you feel like you did a lot of your transformation really just, hey, I need to start exercising? You started exercising 4 times a week, or did you put a lot of thought into nutrition, or what?
So I actually didn't really start seeing abs and kind of like my core change until this year of like February, which is kind of bizarre because I wasn't really on point with my nutrition. I kind of just ate whatever, but at the same time watched it. So I feel like I wasn't eating enough in a way to fuel my body because I was doing a lot. I was also playing tennis too. So I picked up tennis. And then I kind of just started with workouts. And I was working out like 5 times a week minimum, I'd say.
5 minimum is pretty good considering the maximum is 7.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it was a 5 minimum. But like I said, I wasn't fueling my body right with like the right foods. And that was, as soon as I informed myself of like nutrition and the proper foods and what a protein, carb, fat source is.
So you started basically ground zero. Mm-hmm. I mean, that would be the introductory of nutrition, would be like, this is a carbohydrate.
Yes.
And so you entered this, I'm going to lose, let's just pretend you had a goal of losing 55 pounds. You're like, I'm going to do this. You start working out 4 to 5 days a week. You're experimenting with cardio, lifting a little bit of weights, and then literally with nutrition, you didn't know anything.
No,
so you're having to absorb all, where do you go to absorb this information?
Instagram and the internet and YouTube. So many influencers on YouTube just inform me on like portion sizes and snack ideas and just what nutrition was because I had the slightest bit of clue.
So what was all right, Izzy starts losing weight,
Mhm.
but she's exercising 4 days a week. She has lunch and it's blank. And then you learned some stuff. And now what's your lunch?
Yeah. Okay. So back then, it would probably be a salad with croutons and the Olive Garden dressing that you could buy from Publix.
You're very specific on that. Olive Garden
because
dressing.
I remember I was obsessed with it because growing up I loved Olive Garden and their salad was like my favorite. So I made my mom buy the Olive Garden dressing from Publix.
So you had lettuce, hard bread, and salad dressing.
Yes, that was it.
Got it.
No chicken, no nothing. And
Now
now it kind of changes, but like my salads now are lettuce, like sweet potato, tons of vegetables like carrots, peppers, cabbage, cucumber, and then a healthy alternative for dressing.
So in reality, you've increased your calories
Yes.
to lose weight.
Yes. Like by a lot.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, 94% of people undereat. If you could just eat less and exercise more, I wouldn't have a job.
Oh yeah, no. It just I kind of got to a breaking point where I started to realize it, and I was like, man, I'm just not eating enough because I was always tired and I just had no energy to push through my workouts anymore, and I was like, okay, something isn't right.
It's like you're asking for more and you can't go.
Yes.
You're putting sand in your gas tank, bro.
Yeah, no, you just can't go any farther. And then that was kind of my breaking point. And so I don't know if many people know what this is, but reverse diet. And so I kind of worked
Is that
up.
like throwing up?
No, it's like you kind of just work up your calories so you can train your body to eat more but not gain fat at the same time.
So you don't go from like that. I've actually never heard that term before, but I get it. So you're saying that, like, let's say you're eating 1,500 calories a day, and then you do some research and you find out you should go to 2,500. But if you put 2,500 calories in your body tomorrow, you would gain some fat.
Yeah.
So it's how to go from 15 to 16 to 17 to.
Yeah, you just slightly increase like week or every 2 weeks.
Huh.
Yeah, it's just like
I legit just learned something. I've never heard of reverse
Really?
dieting before. Yeah.
I'm very surprised.
I mean, maybe the concept I understand, but I've definitely never heard that term.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, reverse dieting. Yep. So I did that, and I kind of just it ramps up your metabolism too after being at a low maintenance for so long, and then I actually started to see a lot more definition in my like shoulders and my stomach when I started to eat more.
So, yeah, this is crazy. I just want to pause on this so everybody's understanding. You started eating more, your energy went up, weight loss increased, and you saw better definition in your muscles, specifically your arms and your abs. Sounds like you need to sign me up for that program is what that sounds like.
But it wasn't like I wasn't eating more like junk food. It was all just clean food.
Well, yeah, but you went from lettuce and hard bread into lettuce, a wide variety, a protein source. Like, what do you view as a good meal? Like without getting into carbs, fat, and protein. Well, I mean, like as far as grams. Like, if you're gonna make me lunch, what should I eat?
Well, it just depends on the person. Like, do you eat meat, or it depends what you like.
Yeah.
Like, I know you just said don't dive into like carbs, fats, and protein, but like a good meal is like a balance of all three of those in the meal. Because if you leave out one, I feel like you're not going to be satisfied. So say you have a meal and it's just carbs and fats. Well, you're not going to be, an hour later, you're going to be hungry again. So why not just put all three of those together?
They're macronutrients for a reason.
Yep. Yeah.
You're so wise beyond your years. Like, this is crazy. Yeah. So, all right. So I kind of get what you eat for lunch and stuff. And not that we're going to talk like all about meals, but when we were preparing and rehearsing for this podcast, we started just chit chatting. What's the deal with avocado toast for breakfast?
No, it's not, unless you've had it, it's so good in the morning. Like, yeah, I could have it for lunch, but when you wake up, it's just like 20 times
I can see the euphoria in your face. You're like, oh my God, when I wake up in the morning and I have my avocado
toast. It just
toast.
makes me so happy. Like, I always have it. It's just a staple. my friends think I'm so funny for it because they're like, oh, like, what are you going to post on your Instagram today for breakfast? And I'm like, same old, avocado toast.
So how do I make it? Like, do I just take like an avocado, cut it in half, and slap it on some bread, or like what am I doing?
Okay, so there's different ways you can make it. So one, I would toast your bread. I get Dave's Killer Bread because it's so good.
Yeah.
And then you can either do it by an avocado or get an avocado packaged mash, which is already just pre-made. You just open it and you just put it on the toast. But if you do it with like a real avocado, you're going to have to mash it up and then spread it on the bread. It's very simple, yeah.
It's just, now don't some people put like pepper on it? And
yeah, you can put pepper. I put everything but the bagel seasoning, and sometimes I'll top it with like tomatoes too. It's good.
Huh. I mean, that's pretty good because to go back to your point before when you were like, you know, it needs a little bit of everything, right? Like, why would you want a meal that's absent and everything? I love avocados because I give people the analogy of like bananas a lot. People say, oh, I need potassium, so I'm not going to cramp. There's 100 milligrams of potassium in a banana. There's 750 milligrams of potassium in an avocado.
Real?
It's just that there's 30 grams of sugar in the banana. So people want a banana, right? That's like, nobody wants an avocado. It's like, give me the sugar. They just don't know it.
Yeah.
And so you're getting that. You're getting so many healthy fats. And fats are extremely critical to the whole part. Your brain's 70% fat. We talked about that last week. And then you're getting a solid carbohydrate source with protein mixed in there. I mean, it's not that crazy. It's way better than cereal and orange juice.
Yeah, it's not that high in protein, which is why I usually put egg whites on the side.
You left that out. Now my life's not going to change.
I put egg whites with ketchup. You have to put ketchup on it now. Like, that's sugar-free. I put sugar-free ketchup, and it literally tastes the same as normal ketchup. And then I'll put spinach in it just to get some extra veggies in it. So, yeah, it's just an easy way of getting another green in.
So the whole theme here seems to really be that you're just promoting normalized eating. Like, eat real food, eat often, eat when you're hungry, eat till you're full. It doesn't sound to me like you're making yourself aware, but you're not like freaking out about being Martha Stewart and preparing all these meals. You're like, just look, dude, I need to eat more. I need to eat real food.
Yeah, no, like, so many people, especially my age, think to lose weight you have to eat like nothing and you can only eat chicken and rice, which, I mean, if you want to eat chicken and rice, by all means go for it. Like, some days I'll eat chicken and rice and veggies, but you can experience with fun foods and still be healthy and lose weight. It doesn't have to be a strict mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just love informing people that you don't have to eat nothing to lose weight. Like, you can eat food and lose weight.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? It's like, I mean, I've met with so many people that are just in that bucket. Like, they just bring me their food log, and I'm like, oh my goodness, you didn't eat anything today. Yeah. So you're kind of pulling into that. I know we talked about this before. You know, you said that okay, so like you were just talking about people your age and not thinking they need to eat anything and stuff like that. And I asked you before, I said, hey, what's a couple reasons that you started fitness with Izzy? And one big thing that you threw out, I think is super valuable, is just the emotional support. You were talking about people in high school being just constant negativity. I mean, what is the current idea of how you're supposed to look and feel and what you're supposed to do to get there? And
okay, so I feel like especially high school now with social media, it's just so toxic, and I'm not one to say that I don't compare myself, but of course I compare myself. I mean, I feel like everyone does. But in a way, it's just like high school is just so toxic in itself, and I've always the past 4 years, I mean, I'm a senior. I've always been the one that's trying to lift everyone up, trying to post, like reaching out to someone when they're having a bad day, just trying to get positive messages out there. And I know on Fitness with Iz, I always start every morning with a positive quote too. Because
I didn't know that. That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I post it with my coffee every single day. It's something I've been doing. And I just post a little quote on the side in front of my coffee, and it's just kind of like a good morning. And it's just nice to read something good in the morning rather than open up your socials to some negative news or something like that. So I just try to push some good news out there in the morning so people can wake up and see it.
I mean, yeah, dude, that would be, I'm so on board with that. Get the negativity away from me. Like, I cannot handle your woe is me, everything's terrible. It's pulling me down is what it's doing.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm in the same boat as you. We're just trying to freaking make people feel better.
Yeah.
And your
Oh, yeah.
negativity can get out of here. And why not just spread some love?
Yeah, that's my intention for every day. Just my number one goal is try to make everybody feel loved. And people might not feel the same way as me, and that's okay. At least I tried. And I tried to be there for support, and I tried to push happiness. Because I want to be known for trying to see the good in others and bring greatness to life, not bring negativity to the plate.
Yeah, I think people are inherently good. I really think on the deep inside, people want to be good and they want to do good things. They're just in a lot of toxic environments.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know, like I'm around people that breed negativity. I probably go to school where I don't do well or I'm not interested, or I go to a job that I don't like, or just all day, right? I mean, do you see that in high school? It's just like negative, negative, and you're just trying to be the light.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be the light. And I'll admit, like, going to school now, especially, it's hard, just the environment and everyone getting involved in stuff. So sometimes it's hard to not fall into that negativity trap every day. But at the end of the day, you get to choose how you react to stuff. And if you want to soak in the negativity, you can. But you can also be the positive person that says, I'm going to stand for happiness and not fall into the negative trap.
I want to make that a wristband. I stand for happiness. I mean, but just to be clear, it's not like you're like trying to be delusional. It's not like we're sitting there saying, oh, you should be happy and you should not have to worry about your bills and stuff like that. That's not what we're saying. Dude, I'm just saying, like, there's so much good.
There really is. And sometimes you just can't see that. But I promise, like, there is so much to look at and be thankful for and happy for.
Yeah, I think a lot of it boils down like to your body. Like if you feel better about yourself, then you're going to project your feel goods. And that doesn't mean, like you said, comparing earlier, it doesn't mean that like you have to look like somebody think you. I'm just saying, no. If you feel good about the work you're doing, if you feel good about the food you're eating, if you feel good about the amount you're sleeping, just so you feel good.
Yeah.
Don't you think that's going to just grow?
100%. Like, I feel like having confidence in yourself is like everything. Like this time last year, I was nowhere near as confident as I am now. Like I was never, I don't know how to explain it. Like I simply just wasn't positive about myself, I would say. Like I would look at myself and be like, okay, this, and this. And then now I'm just kind of like, I feel like I carry myself better in a way, if that makes sense.
Yeah. What'd you start implementing to do that?
I really just started working on like positivity and like self-affirmations, and I even have this board hanging up in my bathroom, and it's just like huge, like a bunch of like things I love and positive quotes mixed in with it.
What are those called?
Affirmations.
No, the boards.
Oh, it's kind of just like a mood board, I think.
Mood board or some type of storyboard. Yeah, I've heard about these. Yeah.
Yeah, I have one hanging up in my bathroom, and I made it last year when I wanted to start like being confident and happy with myself.
Yeah, because if you got to be comfortable and happy with the way you are to project that out. And if you start doing those things, like what you're reading, what you're around, the stories and pictures that you're putting up, and you're feeding that positivity, again, it's not about being delusional. It's just that I'm going to choose to be in a good mood today.
Yeah, I always say, like, you can't expect anyone else to love you if you don't love yourself.
Boom. That's pretty stinking good.
I live by that, yeah. I seriously live by that quote.
It seems like fitness with is like an element of food and an element of like emotional fitness.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because fitness like has also helped me a lot with my mental health, because junior and a little bit of sophomore year I didn't have the best mental health. I'll admit I had poor mental health, and so that's why I'm also so like connected with fitness, because it's just a stress reliever. And I just go in the gym, put in my music, and there's nothing better than hitting a PR or just crushing a workout after having a bad day or you're not in the best mood, and then you just go in the gym and just leave with a smile, I feel like.
What do you think about that idea amplified here in a class? Like when you take a class at Strong Side and you're hitting PRs, you're working out with friends, do you feel like the whole room's kind of lifting you up?
Oh my gosh, 100%. Like the other day, what workout was it? It was the one, my mind just went blank. But there's so many times where I've just left, and I live about like 25 minutes here, so I have like a good drive, and I just am smiling the whole way home listening to music because I was like, because usually I take the night class, and so it's just like dark and it's just me in the road, and it just feels like so good because I'm like, I just crushed that workout.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's
That's
just
such,
the
yeah.
best feeling.
And it's like instant, like so many other things in life. Number one, you can't measure. So like, you know, you go to work and you're like, I should get this raise. I'm sure you feel that way, but that might not actually like have happened. Like you felt like you did all this work. You can't measure it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fitness, you can like legit measure.
Seriously.
I went from 3 push-ups to 4 push-ups. And then it's like, I instantly saw gratification with this, and you're winning like all the time. Like just everything you do. I ate well today. I had a good workout today. It's winning over and over again.
No, yeah. And it's so good for yourself. It's not negative. It's like, it's a good addiction for you to have, being addicted to bettering yourself. Like,
You're just dropping one-liners
you
left and right over here.
You can't get better than that.
That's good, man. So what do you have a long-term vision or with Fitness with Iz, or you're just getting like rolling? I know you've done some cool giveaways. You got 2,000 followers. Are you measuring trying to get to 10 or what?
I'm definitely trying to grow my platform, but I think the biggest thing standing in front of me is that I'm not 18, because I've had so many big companies reach out to me to partner with me, to sponsor me, but I can't because I'm not 18.
You need to hurry up.
Yeah, and so February can't come soon enough, but I really hope to just grow my account and like be a huge influencer in the future.
I mean, but by influence, I mean, it goes back to what you're saying. Just you want to shed more light. You want to lead by happiness. You want to start the day with a positive quote every day. Just you want to influence some happiness.
Yeah, because nothing's better than like waking up and reading my DMs of just younger girls being like, you inspire me so much, like please, like never stop being you, and just things like that. Like that makes me so happy.
I mean, that's pretty powerful, because like Strong Side, like our DM is just a bunch of spam pretty much. And either that or, you know, some weirdo profiles or something like that. Like for somebody to reach out to you and say, you're impacting my life, they had to follow you, see your stuff, stop whatever they're going to do, open the messenger, write out a message, and send it. That's like a lot of steps, a lot of thought. That means that what you're doing is so important to them. They felt like everything else in their life needed to stop to do that.
Yeah, and it's so nice to just know people are taking time out of their day to tell me that. Because
if it was hate, it would be way easier. Like, I don't know if you know that or not, but it would, if somebody was trying to hate on you and said that, you know, what you're posting is stupid, you would get a lot more of those comments.
Yeah.
It is extremely challenging to get people to reach out and tell you you're doing a good job.
Yeah.
So you should be very, very fired up.
Yes, I'm so excited for my future. And just one of the best things I've done in life is make this account and inspire others. Like, it's so powerful to know the impact that you have on others and know that you're doing good on social media and bringing positivity.
Yeah. Well, look, dude, I'm so excited that you're on here. I'm so excited that you're part of the Strong Side team. I know all of our Strong Side members should be following you on Fitness with Iz. If they're not, Fitness with Iz, right? There's no like underscore or anything, right?
It's fitness.with.iz, IZZ.
Okay. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure if you don't put in the dots, it'll still pull up.
Yeah, it should still pull up.
But either way, and I'll put a link below in both the podcast version, which is on like Spotify and all these other places, and I'll put it in the YouTube. I'm getting old.
I know. I need to make a YouTube. So many people have been telling me to make one too, but I was like, okay, I'm just gonna grow my Instagram first, and then I'll make a YouTube.
No, that's cool, man. You're 27, or I'm sorry, you're 7. I can't wait to see you, or 17. God, hey, you're 17. I can't wait to see you when you're 27 and what you've done. It's gonna be really, really good stuff. But yeah, man. I was just reading if anybody had any cool comments on there. But hey, thank you so much. I know that it's been great having you at the front desk here, and everybody just loves coming up and chit-chatting with you, and I think you do a great job here. I'm excited about everything that you're doing. I think at 17 years old to be doing a fitness-based Instagram, like I've been on social media pushing business for, let's say, 10 years,
Mhm.
and you've been on there for like 10 minutes. So I feel like I should have more of a view of its negativity versus you.
Mhm.
And for you to catch on to that negativity so early and then realize that you just need to be the happiness and light and just tell people that, look, life is still good. People are good. We just need to be in good environments. You're a freaking rock star.
Thank you. Thank
Right.
you. Yeah,
So high five. Everybody go follow Fitness with Iz. Stay
Mhm.
tuned for next week's podcast. Next week's podcast is actually going to be a podcast drop of a show that I was on called Go Canton, because we're opening a strong side up in Canton. So that episode will be me sitting down with the Go Canton podcast, talking about strong side, our mission, what we're trying to do going into Canton, but all content as usual. And then I will see you after Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.